Hello, everyone. Welcome to Money Mondays. Hope you're having an amazing Monday. Hope you have an amazing weekend. As always, this is my little segment that I do every single Monday, and I give this little tip, this little golden goose that will help you tweak something in your business that will make you Monday, that will make you money on this Monday. Okay, so as you see by the title, I kind of tease a little bit. Master this, and you'll be unstoppable. Let me let me illustrate this with a little short story. So I experienced this, but I don't remember because I was like 3 years old, 4 years old. And my mom and my dad told me the story. So here I am. I'm 3 years old. I'm the youngest of two, and I'm the last one. And I'm at home with my sisters. My parents come home from the day with bags in their hand, right? So they come back from shopping. My dad, I greet my dad. He says, "Hey, Charlie," da, da, da. He grabs me and puts me on top of the kitchen counter, right? He decides to do that whilst I have like plenty of other stuff in the counter. So I'm 3 years old, 3 years old, right? So he does that, and then my mom is in the kitchen as well. So there's him, my mom. He places me. He's playing with me, places me on top of the kitchen counter. Then he decides to go next door to the bathroom because he decides, okay, it's going to be real quick, but I'm going next door to the bathroom. He doesn't tell my mom this, right? He just leaves me 2-year-old, 3-year-old Sally on top of the kitchen counter with things around me, and my mom doesn't even know that I'm just left there unattended. Out of nowhere, my mom hears from the bathroom my dad screaming, "Binta, don't touch that," in Portuguese. He says, "Binta, no mesh." That's all he says. Binta is my house name. And my mom turns around and she just says, "How did you know?" Right? Because he's in the bathroom. He doesn't know that I'm touching. So, and actually, I was touching something that was going to be quite dangerous. I don't know if it was a knife or something related. And I was touching it. I was trying to play with it. Talk about responsible parents, right? I love them. But yeah, and I tell, and my mom, when she says, "How do you know?" And my dad really, really proudly, he answers, "Because she's my daughter. I know her." Right. So basically, this is to illustrate that. And if you go now to business terms and business talk, is if you understand, if you know your job actually is to know your audience, your your specific persona, your target audience better than they know themselves. In a way that you can speak their language, you can talk about the things that they're currently experiencing without them even you enter sort of a conversation that is happening in their mind and they never even voice it to anyone, but you're the one now here talking about it, right? The power of that is that you're able to create content, you're able to create messages, you're able to create trainings, workshops, talks that really resonates with them because it's exactly what they're living, right? So, and this to you, in turn, it gives you so much of credibility. It gives you so much trust. It gives you so much confidence while when you're speaking, because then they'll look at you like this person knows what they're talking about. They're experiencing, they're relating things, and they're explaining things that are actually happening to me, the way that I'm thinking, the way that I'm going through it. And when you then are able to verbalize that, you have so much of immense power, because now they feel like, okay, this is a person that I can trust. Tell me more. How can I work with you? Or where can I go to learn more about this thing that you're doing? Right? So make it your mission. And I feel that when you're a service provider, if you have a business, as a coach, as an expert, as a consultant, it is your duty and your responsibility to know and to research as much as you can about your target audience. Take notes, do interviews, ask for feedback, anything, because you want to make sure that you understand. And when I say understand, let me give you a list of the things you want to understand from them. You want to understand what their pain points are, what their goals and aspirations, what their pain points, what their goals are, aspirations that they have, people that they look up to, people that they compare themselves with, right? How do they feel about not getting to the goal? They're trying to get to the goal that they want to achieve or to overcome the pain that they have, but they're not able to. How do they feel about that? So you want to know exactly more about the demographics. Are they mostly married? Are they mostly divorced? Do they have kids? Do they not have kids? What's their level of education? What usually the job titles that they have? What are usually the things that happen in their everyday life? The common things happen in their everyday life. You need to understand all of these things because your messages, you'll be able to intertwine all of this information in your message, and your message will become that much powerful, right? If I'm struggling with something, and I can give you actually an example, because this happened very recently, and I'm just trying to remember exactly what I was trying to was something weight loss related. Um, and or something. Oh yes, was but this is very clinical. But okay, but this example will not be fit well here, because it's very, I don't know, it's very health related. So it's something that I would expect. But when you're able to also, another thing to add to the list, when you're able to also tell them the things that they have tried in the past and why those things fail. So you need to also to understand, if you're trying to sell something, right, that solves a problem, more often than not, you're not the first thing that they're buying to help them solve that problem. They've had other things, they've tried other things, right? So, for example, if you are a weight loss coach, your best bet is that you better bet that that person that is talking to you is not the first time that they try to lose weight, right? So you want to understand your target audience. What are the things that they've tried in the past to solve the problem that they have, and now, because you want to know that information, because you want to make sure that you know exactly why those things failed and why your thing is better at solving the problem that they have. Okay. If you're watching this on live, by the way, hashtag live, hashtag live, hashtag replay if you're watching this on replay. And by the way, if you have any questions, anything that you want to add, just write me on the chat there, because I can see it with a little bit of a delay, because I'm doing this with StreamYard, and StreamYard delays a little bit, like by 10, 15 seconds. But yeah, so if this resonates with you, if this is something that you feel like, okay, I understand now why it's so important for me to understand more about my target audience, this is why. Because then if you're experiencing, for example, that you post something on social media and you're not getting any engagement, you're not getting any people to comment, to like, to go to the website, it's because you sometimes are just posting things that are very superficial, very high level. And high level, everyone does, like very right here. The only way to do something with depth is by understanding more about your target audience, understand the troubles and tribulations that they're going through, understand the goal at the deepest level, and also how not achieving that goal really affects them, and actually the things they've tried in the past and the pain points that they have. All of these things are things that are going to allow you, we're going to arm you with so much for you to talk to them about, and elevate your trust, elevate your reputation, elevate your also your confidence when you create content. So yeah, so basically that's what Money Mondays are. Just me doing a quick, usually I try to be less than 10 minutes, little something that I think they can take with the whole throughout this week and implement it and see some kind of results or kind of some benefits from it. If anyone has any questions, any comments, anything, I'm live, so you can definitely comment something, and I'll answer. I'll hang around for like another 10 seconds or so, because I know that there's a little bit of a delay, but there's nothing. It's fine, you know. And also, in the minute notes, this will help you as well if you are struggling with knowing what to post. These are things, knowing about these things will help you a lot with posting as well on social media. So, for example, knowing exactly the common mistakes that people do. What are the common mistakes that people do that are keeping them from achieving the goals they want to achieve? What are the limiting beliefs that they have? What are the myths that they believe, right? And then you can tailor your own story, because a lot of you guys are, hello, I only see hello Williamson, and LinkedIn user. It doesn't say your name, but okay, hi. So because a lot of you, perhaps you're helping people overcome a problem that you had a couple of years back, right? You a couple of years back. So you, by you understanding the pain points and everything, you'll be able to as well to tell your story in a way that they will resonate with it, because you're trying to talk specifically to a pain point. And I just did this today, right? I just did this now. The start of this video was me sharing a story of when I was younger, when I was 2 years old, and my dad just screamed, "Stop, Sally! Don't touch it." Christiana, oh, okay. Hey, Christiana. Sorry, it didn't appear here. It didn't appear it just says LinkedIn user. I'm using a StreamYard. Sometimes it comes the name, sometimes it doesn't. It's just like it is what it is. So yeah, basically, I hope this helps. I hope this kind of understands, for you to dig deeper into that person that you're trying to, because at the end of the day, the person that's going to buy your services is a person, right? It's not like, you know, it's not like, I don't know, just a robot. It's a person. So you might as well relate your content to a person. and make sure that you understand exactly who that person is. Don't worry, Christiana, it's because I'm using StreamYard, and StreamYard is linked to different, it's a platform that allows me to share and to do the stream to different platforms simultaneously. And that's why perhaps it's not picking up the name as well. Because I'm streaming this to also Facebook and also YouTube. So that's why. Don't worry, you're good. I'm sure that on LinkedIn, it comes Christiana as your name. Okay, so I don't know if anyone has any questions. Christiana, do you have any questions? William Sam, do you have any questions? Because this is one of the things that it's fundamental. It will help you so much on creating offers for because if you know exactly the pain points that people have, you'll be much better positioned to create offers that they'll make sense for them, right? For example, not too long, I have offers. I have like short courses on how to create. I have one that is called Lead Magnet Mastery, right? Because I know that my target audience struggles to create a good lead magnet. So I created Lead Magnet Mastery. I have an offer mastery because I know there are a lot of my target audience, they just sell their time for money. They don't know how to put together an offer that people cannot say no to, right? So I have a short course doing that. And the only reason why I know what to create is because I'm able to anticipate and see and know what the pain points of my target audience is. And that I'm only able to achieve by doing research, by doing surveys, and by doing interviews and market research, basically, on my target audience. Okay. If there's no more questions, if you're watching this on replay, #replay. I hope you have an amazing, amazing Monday and an amazing rest of the week. And I'll see you around. Big kiss, big hug. Ciao.